Let's go back to
Absolutely.
the social leadership piece, because you have been in the several years that we've known each other. You at General Leadership, which for those who are listening, General Leadership is one of the blogs, one of the companies that John has helped, was one of the co-founders of. You've been an early adopter of social very early on, and it sounds like you continue to advocate its use, the mindset and the work that you're doing in the innovation space at MV. So what tips would you share with a leader who is just really reluctant to use social to, and what would you share with them to help them get started?
Again, another great question. And I would simply say start small. So we look at all the various platforms that are out there, right? And it's the same reason that we created General Leadership. Our goal was we did not have senior military leaders, general officers, admirals, others engaging the general public in a meaningful conversation, despite the fact that senior military leaders consistently have the highest level of trust with the public. So we created General Leadership, say we're going to make this easy. So we started small. We created simply a mechanism which people can write a blog, right? So there you write, we do the editing, same thing with Switch and Shift, except we went after the military audience. There was none, and now it's the largest platform in the world of its kind. And so from that, we were able to get them to, by starting small and making the six, and you'd be surprised how many folks who are highly actualized, general officers, who were even concerned about getting their ideas out in written form in a blog because it could be shared with the public. But by creating a safe space and by knocking down the barriers so we can make it easy, we would say, we'll provide the editors, all you do is you show up, you share ideas, and then we'll get them out there. From there, we were able to move them to our national radio show. Now we invite people to start coming out and sharing their ideas on the air. Then we were able to start teaching classes on why Twitter isn't scary, as you might think it might be. And so we made it. And the key is if you get people to start small and then you engage them playfully and start to say, well, okay, let me make this safe to you now. And before you know it, all of a sudden, whatever the elements of fear that were there that were blocking social, because people tend to look at it from the worst case scenario, right? This could get misconstrued. I might regret this. It lives forever in the social sphere. That's why I went back a little while ago and I said consistency is key here. Once you start to show up and you put yourself out there, that's a good thing. But you've got to be consistent, right? You've got to be intentional with what you do. So we did that. And there's an example. So even now, I tell folks, find one venue. Oftentimes, I tell folks the safest way to go is start contributing to a blog. Everyone has something meaningful and has unique experiences to share. I find that writing short pieces for a blog tends to be one of the ways that, for many, is a little less scary than starting to put ideas out there on Twitter, or these more massive platforms, whatever it is. But is there one place that you can actually begin to share your ideas and then engage consistently and deliberately, right? So you want, as you know, the key in social is don't show up once and then 3 months later, just come back again and expect to go, why is no one paying attention? People want to, what you do is it's not about building a following. It's about engaging people in a different form of relationship. And it's why I love social. You literally can be talking to people a half a world away, and every day I learn something, or in some way I can possibly be a little bit of sunlight to somebody. I post a lot around, again, positive engagement. I post a lot about, a lot of things around leadership and how we can succeed. And you know what, Sean's a blessing. How many folks tell me this is exactly what they needed that particular day to go out in their sphere of influence, whether it was 3 or 3,000, said, you know what, this day you gave me something that I can do something with. And that's what we're here for. So start small and start now.
And you've done an amazing job.